Hold on. Before you watch the rest of the video, I have a new site on Tippy where you can see lots of unseen videos and more. Link in the description. Don't miss out. Join the team and enjoy the video.
Regional transportation is supposed to be covered at 100%. We were told it was being fully funded at 80%. 80% is not 100%. The minimum local contribution is somewhere down here. This gap right here, the closer you get to the top, the more funding they'll give you. The further down below you are, the more they're going to say you have to pay. Chapter 70, we'll get to Chapter 70. So in that foundation budget formula, as we go and cut $1 million out, we need to reasonably expect that next year, that number is going to be even bigger of what's going to be required. So it's just a question of how much longer can we go as a school district.
So we defined a date. We were originally looking at either the 5th or the 12th, but we're not wed to those if it doesn't work. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Let's start here. How does everybody feel about the 5th, Tuesday the 5th? How many no's do I have down there? All right, the 5th is out.
And is the 5th also, as I recall?
Two students at the Bagnell. I have spoken at school committee meetings.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, different communities, it's a different gap. But when I talk about that gap, in years past, in order to avoid the override, we knew our enrollment was declining. And this is precedes me. And we have a lot of retirees. So that's the kind of also remarkable thing that keeps this numbers down. We have a lot of retirees this year of people who have been with us for over 30 years. So there's savings there that always happen to do that.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate. I mean, I know we all know people in our own towns on a regular basis, and I haven't been here tonight by all means. I know for a fact he would love to hear it, good or bad. He's always been extremely open with all of us. He tries very hard to stay ahead of the curve so that there are as few surprises as possible. Unfortunately, that's not always available. And yeah, I think Kathy, with the last one you hit on is the hardest, but I think it sounds like there are cuts coming for lots of people.
It's almost impossible to do it just on retirees. So we did this several years ago, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, and I think 4 or 5 years ago, we sent letters out saying, we're sorry, you're being just a reduction in force. It's just the way that goes. Or when I say this, I don't know if the district is having success when they do the lottery system. I don't know how much of a lottery system that would be. I'm sure there's services. It was 4.07%.
That's level.
Yes.
And when it goes
I think our intent, we're meeting again next Thursday. So we were hoping to meet before. So the town administrators and business manager and myself. We need more money from you beyond the 2.5%. And that's what we won't know until we care for insurance, retirement, probably somewhere similar. 3 to 5%.
But this year, the insurance was 11. It comes back and says, the towns need to put more money in. So we get $60,000 this year as an increase from the state. With our teacher contracts, which we had a good contract negotiation last time, we're looking at one in the next few years. I agree, teachers deserve so much more money. But then that means we're paying it. So either we have to cut teachers or we have to ask for more money. So I think what people have to really understand is that gap is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you were saying, where's the end? There is no increase to begin with, down to 2% increase. Like that's almost unable to be done given our salary structure. Our salaries are 85% of what we pay. So, you know, everything else is peanuts compared to that. So we're really trying, but I think people just have to understand that gap's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We made a little progress last year because of the overhead.
our towns don't face with you.
I think everyone's familiar familiar with lotteries, the way those work with revenue, and also, I think, when I was in North Carolina, it's the North Carolina Educational Lottery, and I think the logo now is over $7.5 billion given to public schools. Yeah, that's true. $7.5 billion has gone to public schools. We would get it directly, but in most places it's not. They don't give what they were giving before. They drop down so that they can take exactly what Mr. Scanlon was talking about, taking care of what's going on in the town, what's going on in that municipality, which all legislators got back behind, supported. And we see $58,000 of Student Opportunity Act, and other places see millions and millions of dollars. So the way I explain this is, this isn't up for grabs. And you can talk to a superintendent from a medium-sized school district, a huge school district, and they will say, the other $2.8 million to take care, to upgrade our police department, to take care of fire trucks, that's just that's what we're using it for. So if that budget was, if they were at $60 million for a budget, and they were getting $3 million, they're not gonna be at $63 million, and 66, and the 69, and the 72. They were at $60 million, they're gonna be at $60,200,000, $60,800,000. It's not gonna go up that way. The municipalities take that money, and they just give less in other pots. But Student Opportunity Act absolutely is going directly to education because it has to. It's just the other funds that way. The biggest disappointments to me that we should be able to control, I know Senator Tarr has always been very good advocating for fully funding regional transportation, but you can't say regional transportation is supposed to be fully funded at 80% because it's not. It's supposed to be 100%, always has been.